Sue Rogers, and we are going to be going over a yoga sequence today that is beneficial for volleyball players. So first, hopefully you're a little bit warm from whatever you were doing before, because you would want to use this at the end of your workout where your muscles are already warm. So we're going to start moving right into dancer's pose. So we're going to start on the right side. So the right leg is the supporting leg, left foot taps behind you, or we're going to be grabbing on to that left foot with the left hand. Right arm reaches out in front. And then you want to make sure you're pointing that left knee straight down, arm reaches out, and then you're breathing slow. Yoga breath, inhale, exhale through the nose. Inhale, expand the belly open. On the exhale, try to pull the belly button in towards the spine. Take 2 more breaths here. One more, inhale. But from here, we're gonna exhale and go right down into standing split. So gently release that left foot. Take the hands down to the floor. Walk them slightly out in front. And then try to lift that left leg up behind you as high as you can while pushing the hips gently back. You want to keep this supporting leg as straight as you can. Don't worry about the height of that back leg. Keep this right leg straight, and then just lift the left leg as high as you can. Slow, deep breaths. Inhale, exhale through the nose. Inhale. And then now from here as you exhale, we're going to bend that left leg, drop your heel towards your glutes, and then try to drop that left foot over to the right behind you to open up the left hip. Inhale. From here, we're going to exhale and come into warrior 3. So we're going to keep that left leg straight, walk the hands back in towards that right leg, and then keep here if you need to. Otherwise, we're trying to take one or both arms off the floor. One more, inhale. As you exhale, we're coming all the way back up through mountain pose. Right here, take one breath. Inhale. Exhale. Now we're going to do dancer's pose on the left side. So we're stretching through the quad. Right leg is going to come up behind you now, grabbing onto that foot, or just lifting the foot off the floor. Left arm reaches out in front. Try and keep that right knee pointing straight down, and the body is up. Standing up nice and tall. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. From here, we're coming into standing split. So release that right leg. Take the hands to the floor. Walk the hands out a little bit to help be able to push the hips back, keeping the left leg straight. And then trying to lift the right leg up behind you as far as it will go. From here, we're coming into 3-legged dog to open through the right hip. So bend the right knee, drop the heel towards the glutes, and then let that right leg try to open and fall back behind you towards the left to open through the right hip. One more breath. Inhale. From here, we're going to exhale to warrior 3. So extend that right leg. Start to walk the hands back towards you. We're trying to keep that right leg off the floor behind you, and then maybe one or both arms to reach forward. Inhale. And exhale, come back through to mountain pose, standing up tall. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to inhale, sweep the arms overhead. And then exhale, swan dive over, arms out wide, flat back over as far as you can. Release down into a forward bend, allowing the head to relax down. If you have any issues through your low back or sciatic issues, keep the knees slightly bent. Otherwise, try to lengthen the legs, straighten the legs. And then head, neck, and arms should hang nice and relaxed. Inhale. From here, exhale, bend the knees now if you need to get the hands to the floor. Walk the hands out or the feet back or both, because we want to come into downward facing dog from here. And you want to start off with the knees bent from this position. Push the hips back, flatten out your back, get the head between the arms. And then from here, you can work on trying to straighten the legs out and pressing the heels down. But if those hamstrings are tight, keep them bent so that you aren't pushing your weight forward. You want to flatten the back out first so that you're pushing the weight out evenly between the hands and the feet. Inhale. We're going to exhale. Bring the right foot forward. And then we're going to come into lizard pose. So the back knee can be down or up, just depends on where it feels most comfortable for you. Both hands are going to come underneath the chest on the inside of that right foot. Walk the right foot out to the side. Drop the hips down. And then that right knee should also be on the outside of that right shoulder, because we're trying to open and stretch through that right hip. Now, depending on where you're working at too, the back knee can be down or it can be up. And then depending on your flexibility, you may also be dropping to the elbows and forearms. Just make sure if you go to the elbows and forearms, you're not rounding. Keep the back flat, just like at the top of a push-up position or high plank. One more, inhale. And back knee is down. As you exhale, take the weight back onto your hands. From here, we're coming into pigeon pose. So that right leg is going to come across the body underneath you. Right hand in line with that right knee. Left hand in line with the right foot. Untuck the toes on that left foot. Slide the left leg back. So the hips are coming straight down into the floor, and then you can stay lifted, or you can relax the upper body down to the elbows, or just come completely all the way down. It's up to you. The important part that you're working on in this stretch right here is through the right hamstrings and glutes. And then try not to hold your breath. As you exhale, let the muscles relax so you can stretch farther with each breath. We have 2 more deep breaths here. Inhale. As you exhale, gently press the weight back into the hands. We're going to come up through table. And then from here, we're going to come back to downward facing dog. So tuck the toes underneath. Remember, keep the knees bent, take the hips up, push the hips back first to flatten out your back. Then from here, maybe straightening the legs out. Inhale. Exhale, bring the left leg forward now. Both hands on the inside of that left foot. Back knee can be down or up. Walk the left foot out so that that left knee is on the outside of the left shoulder. Hips are dropping down into the floor. Hands are in line with that foot in lizard. And then the other option, if you have the flexibility, is to possibly drop to the elbows and forearms. And remember, if this doesn't work, stay on the hands. You have options. Your body may move differently in different poses. Mostly wherever you feel that stretch through the left hip is where you want to hold. One more breath. Inhale. And use your exhale and get the weight onto your hands. Bring the left leg across the body underneath you now to come into pigeon pose on the left side. Untuck the right toes, slide the hips, or slide the leg back so the hips come straight down. Right foot in, right hand in line with the left foot. Left hand in line with that left knee. So you can keep the body up or relax yourself all the way down to the floor. One more breath. Inhale. And use your exhale and press the weight into your hands. Back up through table pose. And then from right here in table, we're going to come into a shoulder stretch. So first you're going to take the left arm. Palm of the hand faces up. Thread the needle, slide that arm across the body underneath you, gently drop to the shoulder, and then rest the head down on the floor. You can use this right hand to gently push a little bit, otherwise just use it for support. You should feel that stretch going through the upper back and shoulders. Breath. Inhale. I'm going to exhale, unwind, come back through center, and then now take that right arm, reach it across the body underneath you, gently drop down to that shoulder, and then rest the head down. And you can use the left hand now to gently press and increase the stretch, or just use it for support. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly come back through table. And then from right here, we're going to sit back on to the heels, bringing the body up. Now, if for some reason sitting onto your heels is not an option, take the legs out from underneath and just come into a regular seated position. Otherwise, from here, we're going to come into thunderbolts. Everyone's stretching the upper body the same, so if this hurts, don't do it. If you are here, it's just taking the weight off of your tailbone in a seated position. Lace the fingers together. Take and press the palms of the hands up, and then reach up through the arms, and you want to really reach up straight and not forwards. Lift and lengthen through the spine, and then keep the abs strong. We're going to lift out of one side of the rib cage and slightly tip straight over to the side and hold it here. A nice stretch through the sides of the body, also through the hands, wrists, and forearms. One more breath. Inhale. exhale, come back through center. Now take the hands down in front of you, and we're going to change the way the fingers are laced. So stack the other pointer finger on top. It's going to feel awkward. Press the hands back up, and then holding here. Strong abs, lift out the other side of the ribs, slightly tip over, and then hold that stretch here, and breathe. Inhale. Good, we're gonna exhale, come back up. And then now take the hands down front. Unlace the fingers. We're gonna lace them behind the back now. So lace the fingers together behind the back. And you're gonna reach the arms back to open the chest. Look slightly upwards, stretching through the chest and the shoulders. And then you can stay here, or if you want to bring the head forward, down towards the floor, and let the arms drop, it can increase the stretch. Inhale. If you're down, use your exhale to come up, and then everyone release the hands. Bring the hands to heart center. Inhale. And exhale. Namaste.